All right, so your small diesel won't run. I'm gonna show you how to fix it for $0. It's gonna be a little bit annoying, but it will get you cutting your grass. Here we go. Okay, so this is a Jacobson reel mower, I think, golf cart equipment, but it has a Kubota 4-cylinder in it. This video applies to all small mechanical diesel engines. Any Kubota for decades, but might also go into other models, so just watch the video and see if this little trick will work for you. This is a mechanical injected diesel, meaning that if you see 4 of these little hoses coming off of a rectangular box, this is your injection pump and it sends diesel to the injectors, which makes this run. If your diesel isn't running, it's because it's not getting fuel. Plain and simple. We want to check a few simple things first to make sure that we have flow where we need it to be. And if that's not the issue, something is telling that pump not to run, and you can fix it really cheap, or the entire injection pump is shot, but we'll show you guys how to fix it. First things first, this is your bleeder right here. Right back here is the little lift pump that feeds your injection pump. There's a little handle here and you can pump it and you should be able to get fuel coming out of here. If you're not, then either that little lift pump is bad or your fuel filter's clogged or you have no diesel. But we verified that this pump is working and we do have fuel coming to here. Now, if this pump is spinning and it's able to get fuel, it will send enough fuel to fire the injectors. The only thing stopping it is this solenoid right here. And this solenoid is spring loaded to off, and when we turn the key on, one of these wires gets power and one of these gets ground. And what it does is pull a little pin in and move your fuel rack so that the injection pump is able to fill the plungers with fuel and fire the injectors. Because of the safety, when this does not get power, it spring loads to off and it will not run. So first thing we're gonna do is make sure that we have a good power and a good ground to each one of these plugs. The battery is right here, so we can connect our test light to a positive side of the battery. And one of these should make it light, and that is your ground. So we know that there is a ground to this. Now we need to check the other side to make sure that we have power to the other plug. Check that your test light is working. Turn the key on. First we'll see it should not have power now. We'll turn our key on, and we should have power on this plug. We do have power, so that solenoid is being told to pull in, and we can verify that it's actually doing that by pulling the solenoid out and seeing if that pin retracts. This pump gets lubricated with engine oil, so this needs to be sealed, but you can pull this out and no engine oil will come out. 2 little Allens. Pop the solenoid off. This is the spring that will give you no fuel, and you can see it's spring loaded to no fuel. With this powered up, this magnetizes and this should retract, letting you run your machine. When you disconnect the power to that, the spring comes back, shuts your fuel off. But that will keep you from running your machine. Now I know you want to cut your grass and it's getting long, you've got company coming over, and a bad lawn is embarrassing. So what you can do to get by while you're waiting for a new one is, because I'm Martha Stewart, I have another one. You can just cut this nub off and put your solenoid back on again. That will seal it up so no oil will leak and your machine will run. Now you're wondering, how am I going to shut it off? There is usually a safety on the machine, and this is a mechanical shut off, which is spring loaded to on. So while it's running and you can't shut it off with the key, you can just flick this over and you can shut the machine off. Now, if you don't want to opt for a new solenoid, which are available on Amazon or your dealer for twice as much, you can run a cable, buy a cheap cable from Princess Auto, something like that, just a PTO cable, and put the shut off somewhere that you can shut the machine off. It being a mower, Don't rely, if you're doing it for a couple days while you're getting a new part, that's fine, but it is a safety issue. If you're running over something, you got to shut something off quick. You want to still be able to shut your machine off. So we're going to throw the solenoid back on again. I'll just show you guys how that lever works, and then we'll throw the new one on. And I know you're in a hurry, so you don't even have to plug the solenoid in. Just go out there and cut your grass. Shut it off. All right, now you can go order your solenoid. We'll throw that on because we do have the new solenoid here, and then we can roll this thing back out again and cut some grass. And I know it's a solenoid because it says so. It's a solenoid. We'll dab a sealant. Nice. All right, that's it. Hopefully this gets you out of a jam. Leave a comment down below if it worked for you. There's a pile of other videos on this channel, the heavy duty channel. That's everything off-road. And if you go to our main channel, the Boss Garage, we've got a pile of cool projects. Lots of diesel swaps, gas, race cars, muscle trucks, big trucks, small trucks, transport trucks. So definitely check out all the other videos as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Get out there, work on it. Don't be shy. Generally, you can save yourself lots of cash by just doing it yourself. Because remember, if you're not filthy, you're not rich. Here we go.